Spoiler alert, 100% primitive fire with a fire set in Dogbane Bowstring that's over a year old. The rest is worth watching. Good luck. And it broke. Yeah, because that part's breaking off too. That's not good. Looks like the ends of the bowstring were the most vulnerable and weaker parts. Welcome to another episode of For You to Survive. Today in this video, I'm going to go and look for an old fire set. I made this set over a year ago, and I want to see if my Dogbane cordage actually is usable after a year of spending all this time outside through winter, and now it's fall. So I don't know what I'm going to find, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to give it a try. Stay tuned. Oh, there it is. There's my bowstring. Let's go check it out. It's been over a year since I used this bowstring. Wonder if it's still viable. Well, today I'm going to test it out. Ooh. What I usually do is I put the loop of the bowstring and I feed the other end through it. And that's how I keep it secured. I figure letting the bowstring kind of drip dry, get blown by the air, allows it to stay strong. Otherwise it might decompose if I stuck it on the ground or put it in somewhere where it's moist all the time. This part's looking a little bit rough. I'll have to use everything I know to get this to work. Wow. It's amazing to use a bowstring that's over a year old. It's going to be sketchy though. Well, I'm at my fire set storage area. It's been a long time since I've done anything with this. I don't know what I'm going to find. Good piece of bark. Another piece of bark. Another piece of bark. Come on now. All right. It's a very crude bow, but this set's 100% primitive made. And I got a spindle. And I got another spindle. I got another spindle. And that increases my odds of success. You don't know which one's going to work. I have some roots. I have my fireboards. And I have some other cordage around here. This is some grass cordage I used. It's funny, I just made a video on this yesterday. And this grass cordage, it can be strong enough to make a fire with a bow drill, or it could be used as utility cord. So that's another option there. Here's my roots that kept everything together. And here's my old fireboards. This was like a 2-stick fireboard, but I don't have the other piece. But yeah, here's the old set. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's a little bit more to this story. I need a socket. There's my socket. There's my other bow. I misplaced it one time, but here it is. So now I got my backup bow, my original. As usual, I got some prep work to do. I'm gonna get my spindle full of resin. I'm going to put that resin in the socket. I don't know how much this bowstring is going to take, so I want to minimize the friction at the top part of the bow drill set. Another part I got to do is get the bowstring damp. That way the bowstring will be stronger. Now I need some fine kindling. So I'm going to take these fern leaves. I'm going to try to pick the darkest ones I can get. And that's going to be my fine kindling. Sometimes it's nice to even have these little stems. Look at the difference. This darker one is deader. I like that more than this one. So I prefer the dead ones more. That's going to work better for what I'm doing. Okay, you saw that I took those ferns, and I'm going to just take some loose ones and kind of make it a spot to put my other more fine, deader ferns in. So I'm going to put the finer stuff in here. So that's what I did. I don't have much confidence in this string holding together, but we'll see. I'll give it 2 half hitches here. Good luck. And it broke. Just what I thought. That's okay, because we know what to do. I'm going to get as much of this bowstring as I can that's usable. And I'm going to tie the stopper knot on the end of it so I conserve as much bowstring as I can while still keeping some strength and integrity. That'll work. I'll do my second overhand knot. I feel more confident about this, actually. I may only have enough bowstring for a single wrap, which I don't necessarily like, but if that's what it takes to get this done, I'm going to do it. Yeah, because that part's breaking off too. That's not good. And try to get the second half hitch in here. At least I have an eye of the bowstring. Looks like the ends of the bowstring were the most vulnerable and weaker parts. I want to get my second half hitch in here. Oh, finally. Good. That's all right. I feel good about that. All right. Second twist. I may have to do another overhand knot in here. And do the eye of the bowstring. This isn't working out so well. So I'm going to make the second twist. Put an eye of the bowstring in there. Keep twisting on the bottom. And I know that somewhere around here is where I'm going to make an overhand knot. And that's going to be stuck in a reinforced split. Okay. Overhand knot and reinforced split. I do have an eye of the bowstring. We'll see what happens when it gets together. I have to work really hard not to break this bow. This is where a little bit of flexibility in a bow would be nice, but I don't have that luxury right now. And it's too much for me. I'm going to have to move the overhand knot down a little bit. There's no point in breaking a bow or the bowstring. If I tune it right, I have a fighting chance. Okay. Still have an eye of the bowstring. Now I got to be very gentle till we get going. I have a notch already in the fireboard, so I'm going to use that. I prepared it for this time around. Oh, it's working. Let me use the other socket divot. Oh, I got it. Whew. That was not comfortable. Keep the tip up, everything in the bow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This fire set's been outside for over a year. It started in ember today with a bowstring that had to be tweaked sufficiently. We're not done and we know it. So I got my fine kindling here. Gonna get it right in this bundle of ferns, right in the finest points I can get. Any extra powder is going in. I have this extra little bundle, kind of rough it up more. All the right things are happening. There's some flames. All right. All right. We got it. There's the fire set. There's the bow. My Dogbane Bowstring. Yeah, it worked. Took 55 Dogbane plants to make that, but they're on the smaller side. This is the fireboard, balsam fir. I use this hole and notch. This is the spindle. I put some resin on there and I heated it up in a fire to kind of harden it and make it ready so there's resin on it when I drill again. When I drill again, I also want resin in the socket. These two will work together beautifully. You might be thinking, finish it. Okay. There we go. That's convincing. I got my next bundle of kindling, so we're good to go. Success. Sure, I know I've been storing this outside, but nobody says I can't dry this and prepare it for the next time. I might as well give myself every single advantage I can get, even with the other extra spindles. I'm not trying to fire harden it. I just want to dry it out a little bit, prepare for the next time. I could even drill another starter hole. I could get a notch in there. You know, might as well prepare myself for the next time. Who knows what's going to happen? Oh, I'm glad that bowstring held up. The ends of it were the weak parts. That's why I like to make my bowstrings a little bit longer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Keep on drilling. Yeah, this rocks. I love this.